Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server.
Gauge. Connectors are touching, and yet they're both staying white.
Oh, there's you know about the connector bug. You know about, don't you?
Which one now? Which one? There's been so many.
The current connector bug is if you that ships fall off connectors. It's nothing drastic.
Yeah, but if I, like, for instance, this connector system here was to split the grid up down on the planet, to split the connector. And so this is basically two conveyor lines connected by two connectors, one of them being on a piston.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Because I tried to use some old connectors on this ship and they were invisible. I had to rebuild them.
I've rebuilt one, but I haven't rebuilt the other. You could be right. You could be right.
Yeah, lol, the current bug. Yeah.
One of many. We're going to stop calling them bugs soon. We'll call them game features. Game features. They do suck. We tend not to use them. There are times when it is.
In this case, it's beneficial to having the massive grid that like the entire server.
Yeah, that's correct. The one thing I've always still wanted to use pistons for is elevators, but that's just not something which is
not doable.
My only aim in life as a whole to make a working elevator in Space Engineers. Once that's done, no.
You've achieved it. Nothing left to live for.
I'll just sit back and find a coffin, lie in it, and wait for the day where. There you go. Never know when you're 6 months. All right. Let's try rebuilding this connector and see if that.
And the whole ships falling off connectors thing isn't really a problem in space, but on the planet, that signals the end of your ship.
Unless you manage to put the connector in such a place, the ship is only like half a meter off the ground, and very flat and can land.
By not a problem, what I mean is it's manageable. If you know it's going to happen, you can cope with it. Unlike the
it's a large ship than the merge block thing.
Yeah. But yeah, unlike the exploding connectors thing, which was just catastrophic, no matter what, just rendered them completely useless.
Oh, well, that was interesting. I used my piston to move the connectors together, and the connector.
Hold on.
And the piston
hang on.
Stop.
Totally
Stop. What? Stop.
Connectors weren't completely useless when they were exploding. Imagine you just put them down, tell people, yeah, look, that's a cool toilet, and they sit on it and it explodes.
Okay, yeah, so there's comedy effects with Apple, that's true.
Carry on.
Thank you. I like how Apple's just associated with any toilet in the game.
Apart from farming nipples, of course.
Farming nipples.
Nickels, not farming nipples. That's a whole other story.
I want to see a whole field of nipples.
Oh, we didn't put one down here.
That was an interesting bug. Piston.
If you were farming nipples, would you choose pigs? What animal has the most nipples?
Yeah, pigs do have a lot of nipples. There you go. Viewers! What animal has got the most nipples in the world? Please send your answers in the postcard or type them in the chat and Twitch. No prizes to anyone for anything. Just a big round of applause.
From Minty. So it'll be a bit of a loud one.
Yeah, and I'll try and clap as fast as I possibly can to give the impression that there's lots of people here applauding you.
I think I'm going to have to go downstairs for grid. As far as I'm aware, the ship falling off connectors bug is only active when you're logging on and off. It doesn't seem to affect ships when you're sat in them, or if you get in and out of them. I did that earlier and it didn't fall off. I've been trying it with a ship that would survive a small fall, where the floor's the thing that would suffer rather than the ship. So B. Epstein says, "There you go. You never know when your ship's going to fly away. Lol, isn't this fun?" Which sounds really. Mia should read that one because Mia would do it in the right voice. And Vladdy says, "Always lol." B. Epstein says, "I missed that one. Not sure which one. Wow, that sucks. ... That'd be something to do with the ships falling off connectors, especially on planets, I guess.
I think the ... Dot's got to do with the animals with the most nipples.
Oh.
Which no one seems to be researching, by the way.
Or maybe they're all busy researching.
They could be. It could take a long time to get down to
the animal with the most nipples. Google would know.
Google would know. Google would know. This is a suggestion for your viewers.
Yeah.
Google.
Who was it who was after farming nipples anyway? Was that an apple? Apple. Exploding is nipples. It's 6 or 8, says Vladdy.
It's the most nipples. Interesting.
I think I've seen, not that I've paid much attention, but I think I've seen that the dogs have 6 nipples? Or is it 8?
Either 6 or 8. I don't remember. Okay. I think it's 8. I am.
Hi, Bird.
I guess it would be. Oh, hello, Bird. She just said peekaboo at the microphone.
I think your bird knows the animal with the most nipples.
In his household, at least.
It's a good thing birds don't have nipples.
I was just think of them
sort of drooping as they fly and sort of flapping around in the breeze.
Although that's more boobs than nipples.
I just assumed that they would have them too. For nipple farming, I think it would be better to have an animal that can regrow its nipples. This is a fairly bleak situation. Do nipples regrow?
Apparently so. This is what Apple was going on and on and on about. That got Mia all worked up about nipple farms.
It didn't.
It did. You got into that thing about... No, I wasn't there either. I'm not sure where it was, but Mia was having nightmares in everybody's chat about it.
Nice.
So nipple farms were appearing because Mia wanted everybody to forget about them.
I want to know what kind of machine you use to harvest the nipples.
I'm assuming just scissors.
Oh dear.
We can make it worse. We can make it worse. You know the grinders from Space Engineers?
Oh!
You cut out then. What was that?
The grinders from Space Engineers.
Some kind of combine harvester.
You'd have to make sure the entire room was quite cold so that they were kind of...
Ooh, piloting skills. Did you see that, May?
No.
Sorry, everybody. I just got distracted by a near miss.
Vladi says that cats and dogs have 8 and 10 nipples, respectively.
Oh. Thank you, Vladislava. Some really good research by Sal's viewers there. And Sal, you were correct. Rebuilding that connector has now enabled them to connect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stupid question.
Getting so much success. So much success.
Who asked the thing about nipples on cats and dogs?
Well, Boris asked it originally.
So does that mean somebody answered one of his questions?
Yes.
But Minty re-asked it.
Yeah, and then I rephrased it too.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I'm sorry.
I really wish I could stream. I know.
But you just
then I could just kick people off and all.
It's simple actually. It's awfully simple. All you need to do is have a pre-recorded stream and just not interact with your viewers at all. I did that.
A pre-recorded stream?
No, I didn't do a pre-recorded stream. That was unfortunate. Basically, I went ahead and set up a stream that was called Mase Manufacturing Minigames for the Minigame Manufacturing Month in March.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Brilliant, no?
Mm-hmm. Not the name, I mean the stream.
I had Twitch open on her weird Apple laptop.
Yeah, you did.
And apparently I had to re-log into Twitch because it didn't show me the updated version of the chat, so I assumed nobody was watching and nobody was chatting, so just went on and ignored everybody for hours.
Mm-hmm. Until I woke up and because I was sleeping, which was why Mia would take over my computer. I woke up and I just
didn't take over it. She forced me to stream just so she has some fickle entertainment for her viewers.
That might have been true. I can't remember details. But yeah, I looked on my phone and I realised that Mia was streaming. So I was chatting with the viewers in chat, and Mia couldn't see any of this at all because he was looking at the previous day's stream, which he hadn't cleared.
Was a nice experience. Not really.
Why is that not moved? Oh, okay.
I'd either not interact or only interact when it's my questions. I don't know.
Can you hold a live stream just with your birds? You don't make any sound. Just sit the bird next to the microphone and pretend it's a live stream by a bird. You could actually build up a whole YouTube personality with that.
You probably could.
A few years ago, as a joke, I had a YouTube channel run by a pine cone.
Oh, for a second there, I thought a few years ago you just had a YouTube channel as a joke.
So you cut out then, what was that?
At first I thought you were going for a few years ago you made a YouTube channel just as a joke, and it's still there.
For some reason Discord really does not want us to know.
Jesus, Council of Christ, Sal, you say it. You heard it twice.
So what Mia said was he thought you said that you made a YouTube channel as a joke a few years ago, and it's still the same channel that you're doing now. But Discord decided to mute that.
Yep, sure did. But did you say you made a channel from a pine cam? What did you say, Boris?
Pine cone.
A pine cone. Yes.
In the middle of a podcast, one of us made a joke. I can't remember what it was, but that there should be a YouTube channel for a pine cone named Billy. So I made it the next day and just made videos of pine cones of various different lengths and pretended that they were friends and talking to each other.
Nice.
Did you voice all of them?
No, because they talk in pine cone language.
Oh.
See, I'm sure this must have been
dinner parties and stuff.
I hope this was near the time that I set up a Facebook page. Before Facebook pages were a thing, I actually set this. I think I told you that I made a Facebook page for Sweet Potato.
No, a Sweet Potato?
Yeah, but it was called Gary Sweet Potato because Gary Sweet's a famous Australian actor. But this was Gary Sweet Potato. But it was a legitimate Facebook page, not just a business page or a fan page, such thing back then. So yeah, I've got videos as well of Gary doing many things and photos, and he gained quite a lot of followers. He gained some very famous followers in Australia. Some comedians that suddenly became friends with Gary. I don't know how they heard about him. I don't know how.
Sal, you're supposed to pilot a ship.
Sorry,
he's still around. He's still around, and he still gets shout outs and people asking how Gary is. Gary's long dead. He's long in the bin.
Well, yeah, sweet potatoes don't have the longest of lives, do they?
No. His cousin, one of his niece, appeared. Remember her name?
Francine.
Francine.
Yep, I'll accept that. Maybe you know of her, Mir.
No, it was a wild guess. My next one would have been Giselbertina.
What? Who?
Giselbertina?
So there's the German name Giselbert, which in fact is one of the most horrible names out there. And
sounds it.
Yeah, you can make it worse by using the female version, which is Giselbertina.
I love it. I love female versions of male names like George and Georgina.
You see...
is there a Davidina? Is there a Davidina?
I don't know.
No, it's a Davina, isn't it?
Davina?
Davina.
What about... Oh, then you've got Roberta?
Yep.
Roberta?
Well, that's what I nearly ended up with that as a name.
Roberta.
Yeah, my mother went through a crazy period where, while she was pregnant, where she decided if I was a girl, she was going to call me Bobby Joe. So it was going to be...
Oh, Bobby Joe?
Yeah, Roberta Joanne. And somehow or other, she didn't realize. Well, she was quite innocent, apart from being pregnant. She didn't realize about the initials BJ and quite what that would do. Thankfully, apparently, I was Bobby Joe all the moment until after I was born. She said she was lying in the hospital bed holding me. She looked at me, Dad, and she said, "This is not a Bobby Joe.
This is not a BJ.
This is not a BJ." And so they did some hasty rethinking. And so Salford Sal became. They said, "This is a Salford Sal."
I'd like to think about how in that hospital back then, this pair of parents came to the name Boris Pravisham. I assume that's not even your last name. That's just your second middle name. Boris and Pravisham.
I've overshot again.
I'm happy to say I found my vlog. I actually put the link up in the chat.
Oh yeah,
it's had five views already. It's very exciting. I hope everyone's really enjoyed it and been completely enthralled by the quality of my vlog.
That's why I'm driving.
You posted on Minty Jones Gaming?
Yes.
I just looked there 20 minutes ago and it wasn't there.
That's how YouTube works. Well, if you give it, and it goes up at low quality, and then
don't fly into the butts.
I'm not flying into the butt.
You weren't looking at flying.
But I knew how far away from the butt I was.
That's how accidents and drunk driving happen.
Okay. I admit I'm maybe not in a fit state to be flying a spaceship. I've only had 1.5 cans.
Yeah, we see how that turned out.
I'm not the one who kept killing myself.
Go do your thing. I'm reading the comments, unfortunately.
But you're not reading them out to me.
Yep, the Twitch app crashed on the thing. I can't use that. That's way too large. It's confusing.